Welcome to Technical Trials. Today we'll be seeing how to install a screen recording software called as Kazam on Ubuntu. Now before we get started, we have a blog post written on the same and I'll be providing the link in the description. You can check out the link as well. So let's begin. Now there are two ways of doing this. One is from terminal, the other one is from Ubuntu softwares. We'll be seeing both. First, let's check the terminal one. So for terminal, all you have to do is open terminal and try one of the following commands. Now we have different commands mentioned under terminal, so you can try out one of the following commands. Now why do we have different commands? We have different commands based on from which source you're installing the software from. Now it's totally dependent on the software and from which source it is available. As of this software, Kazam is concerned, it is available from two sources. One is from official Ubuntu repositories, the other one is from PPA. Now we'll see what each one of these are. Official Ubuntu repositories, as the name suggests, is the official repositories from Ubuntu. So we install using apt bundles, and when you install from this source, official Ubuntu repositories, remember you will not be getting the latest version of the software. Also, you will get the next version with the next release of Ubuntu. That too, it is totally up to the community whether or not to include a particular version of a particular software. So based on these factors, if you install it from this particular source, you can try out the commands that we have mentioned under that particular section. Before trying out this command, let's see what PPA is. So PPA stands for Personal Package Archive. So these, as the name suggests, are personal archive files of a developer. Software developers create these repositories and distribute them when they want the end user to play around and test the features of the upcoming release. So in case of PPAs, you would be getting a very latest version, but PPAs may or may not be compatible and may or may not be stable. As of these reasons, PPAs are not endorsed by the distribution and are not available via official Ubuntu repositories. Based on these factors in mind, you can decide if you want to install from PPA and try running the commands that are mentioned under PPA. Now let's try out each of these commands. We'll go for the first one from official Ubuntu repositories. So for installation, I have to try running this command, open terminal and copy paste the command. Once you copy paste or type the command and hit enter, you will be asked for password. Enter password and the process starts. And once the process is complete, you should be able to see the software on your machine. It's installed. Next, if you plan on uninstalling it, you can try running this particular command. Copy this from here and paste it onto terminal. Do you want to continue? Yes. And once the process completes, the software should be removed from my machine. You can see that it is uninstalled. Next, let's try the commands that I mentioned under PPA. So for this, you first have to add the repository, which can be done by running this particular command. Copy paste the command onto terminal and hit enter. You'll be asked for password. Enter password. You'll be asked to hit enter to continue. Press enter and the package will be added. Next, you would have to run the update command to see if it is added, and it is available. So try the update command and you can see that where is Kazam? Yes, here. It's added. Once it is added and available, next you can try running the install command. So copy and paste it onto terminal. Once this completes, you should be able to see the software. You can see that it is installed. Next, we'll be seeing how to uninstall. Before that, we have mentioned one more command, which is to install some additional libraries, which is for recording. keyboard and mouse clicks. I'm going to skip this, but if you want, you can go for installing additional libraries as well. So if in case you do that, for uninstallation, you can start from uninstalling the additional libraries that you have installed. Next, you would have to uninstall the software. That can be done by running this command. Copy, paste it onto terminal. Do you want to continue? Yes. Once this completes, the software should be removed from my machine. You can see that it is removed. Next, I'll be running a command to remove the PPA or the repositories that I had added. That can be done by running the command that we have mentioned here. So copy the command, paste it onto terminal, hit enter to continue. Once that is done, you can run the update command to make sure that the PPA is removed. Paste. And you can see that the PPA is removed. So those are the steps for installing and uninstalling this particular software from command prompt. Next, we'll be seeing how to install it from Ubuntu softwares. Also, we have mentioned note under each of the sources. Please go through the note and decide for yourself from which source you want to be installing. Now let's see how we can do it from Ubuntu softwares. Click on show application, look for Ubuntu software, click on search and search for the software you're looking for. Now when you search for a software, sometimes the same software would be listed multiple times. That is because it would be listing it from different sources. As of Kazam, we have it listed only once. Let's check the source, and it is from Ubuntu Bionic Universe, which is nothing but from official repositories. So for installation, all you have to do is click on install button. You'll be asked for password, enter password, and the installation starts. Once the installation completes, it will have options to launch and remove the software. Clicking on launch would launch the software, and clicking on remove would uninstall the software from your machine. Now we also have some additional information mentioned in the blog post, which I'll go through for you. We have mentioned pros and cons. Pros, it is simple and easy to use, and cons, very few options for tweaking configuration and lack of webcam recording support. That are the cons. And under additional, we have mentioned some more points. That is, when you install Kazam from official Ubuntu repositories, that is by running this particular command that we have mentioned here under from official Ubuntu repositories, by running this command, or when I search from Ubuntu softwares and when I tried installing, I could see that the source was Ubuntu Bionic Universe, which is nothing but official Ubuntu repositories. So when I install it from there and I launch the software is having only two options, screencast and screenshot. But if you install it from a PPA, as we already mentioned, PPA would have the very latest version. So if you install it from a PPA, the software that you have installed, when you launch it, you will be able to see two new options, that is broadcast and webcam. So totally you will be able to see four options on the software: screencast, screenshot, broadcast and webcam. We also have mentioned a link which is to check out the bugs that I mentioned for this particular software. So that is all we have for Kazam. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're new here, please do subscribe.